Thank you all. We are reconvening the meeting, the joint meeting of the call-in. The purpose of the call-in was to consider a key of the decision made on the 15th of April on the Juniper venture. The item was called in for consideration by the Overview and Scrutiny Committee in accordance with the provisions of Rule 15 of the Overview and Scrutiny Protocol Rules 4 of the Constitution. After members' deliberation, we arrived at a number of recommendations. I therefore move that the key officer's decision made on the 15th of April on Juniper Ventures be referred back to considerations, and the recommendations are as follows. The clerk of this committee will now read the recommendations.
Thank you, Chair. Recommendation 1. All business plans and budgets of all subsidiaries are to be approved by Cabinet before the main budget setting for Council. Business plans to include income and expenditure, cash flow and balance sheets. Recommendation 2. Papers provided for scrutiny call-in meetings should be authorised by the relevant corporate director and, where appropriate, monitoring officer. Recommendation 3. Appropriate consideration be given to accounting for any potential future risk in the Council's accounts. Recommendation 4A. The Council to write to the Mayor of London, London Councils and the Department of Education that, as part of the grant conditions and stipulations of free school meals, contractors providing meals pay London living wage to their employees. 4B. The Council also to write to the Mayor of London, London Councils and the Department of Education to ensure that funding for school meals is calculated on a full cost recovery basis, including London living wage. Recommendation 5. The committee felt that this decision should not have been dealt with as an officer key decision given its sensitivity. Therefore, a review of the Council's governing document to review the threshold and remit of key officer decisions to be included in the current work of the Constitutional Review Working Group. Recommendation 6. Referral back to Cabinet of the decision in the interests of public accountability and transparency. Recommendation 7. Appropriate commercial and financial review of Juniper and all locally owned council companies to be undertaken to ensure financial viability and best value considerations, and that all external and internal risks are managed. Recommendation 8. Opportunities to be explored for going into partnership with neighbouring boroughs as a shareholder. Those are the recommendations that I have, Chair.
Thank you very much. Those recommendations agreed?
Agreed, Chair.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you very much. And these recommendations will now be communicated to the executive, and a meeting of the Cabinet will be convened at a date to be announced, where the Overview of Scrutiny will present these recommendations to the Cabinet. Is that noted?
Noted, Chair.
Okay. Thank you. And that brings us to the end of the meeting. Before I conclude this meeting, this is the last meeting for this municipal year of the scrutiny, Newham Scrutiny. Tomorrow will be the Council annual meeting. This is my last meeting. It has been an honor to serve the London Borough of Newham Overview and Scrutiny Committee for the last 11 years. But I couldn't have done this alone. I've done this with the support of officers and members alike. To my right is Councillor Masters. We have been scrutiny colleagues for about 6 years or more. Wait,
It feels like it, doesn't it?
Maybe 9.5.
yes, because Councillor Masters went astray at one point and joined the Cabinet, but she found her way home again. Colleagues, I have seen scrutiny, the highs and lows of scrutiny. Sometimes we have issues about scrutiny, but scrutiny is at its strongest now compared to what it was 11 years or so ago.
Yeah.
And we have fit into the role and understand the role. Contrary to what the best value report says about roles and responsibility, I think quite the contrary. Scrutiny quite understand its role, quite understand its responsibility, and it is because we understand our roles and our responsibilities that in the last 3 years, the budget reports that we have produced has been better than ever before. We have done call-ins, and for this year alone, we have done 5 call-ins, and that's because we understand our role, especially in terms of governance. And this evening, there is another demonstration. That is because we understand our role, and Scrutiny is taking governance seriously. I know that Councillor Hudson and the remaining chair will be taking Scrutiny forward. So I'm leaving Scrutiny in very good, capable, strong hands, people with passion and people who want to see Newham Scrutiny continue to own its own and to be in good stead. So thank you all. And Councillor Hudson, the next time Scrutiny meet, you will be at the M. Guard it well.
Yeah. We don't know you.
And the meeting, I've now bring this meeting to a close, and the time is 20:22.